The Mad Hatter is tragic. Let me explain. Jervis Tetch was part of a long line of hatters. His father owned the shop Tetch & Son Haberdashery, where Jervis learned everything about hats from his father, including how hatters used to be driven mad by dangerous chemicals that was formerly used to make hats. Jervis also went to school and had a relatively good life. Although he was sometimes bullied, Jervis had a group of friends that stuck up for him, and in that group was Alice D. Jervis had a major crush on Alice, and when the local amusement park opened up a section dedicated to Alice in Wonderland, Jervis asked Alice if she'd like to go with him. The two then went and had a magical day, a memory which would stick with Jervis forever. Unfortunately, Jervis's good life was about to crumble. Everyone except for him began getting growth spurts, causing Jervis to be excluded from things since he wasn't tall enough. Because of that, he and Alice began to drift apart, but Jervis was still in love with her and asked her to the school dance. Alice then revealed that the entire group was going and invited him to do so as well. But that wasn't enough for Jervis, so he went to the doctor. Here he found out that he had testosterone deficiency, and the only way to increase his height would be an experimental medicine, but the possible side effects heavily outweighed the positives. However, Jervis kept pushing for it, eventually convincing his parents and getting a medication. But before he even took a single pill, Jervis went to the dance and tried to ask out Alice D, who rejected him because she did not feel the same. So Jervis began taking the pills, and it worked. He began to grow a little bit at a time, until suddenly he stopped. Instead, Jervis began to lose hair rapidly, which his parents covered up with a top hat. But what they couldn't cover up was what the pills were doing to his mental health. Jervis became more and more deranged with every pill, but he had also become addicted to them, taking far more than he should have. This put his mental health in a terrible state to the point where he scared Alice and even killed his own pet rabbit. So he was sent to the Arkham Detention Facility for Youth. But in there, Jervis began scheming. His happiest memory was that day with Alice D. Desperate to relive that memory, the Mad Hatter was born. Now a supervillain, Jervis kidnapped people and forced them to put on a play of that day, creating costumes, sets, casting extras, and of course, getting Alice. Sadly, when the Mad Hatter met Alice D years later, she wasn't the perfect girl that he remembered. So, he killed Alice. But the show must go on, and the Mad Hatter would be in constant search for his brand new Alice.